Yeah! There's moments where spirit just moves through me and I am so either funny or bizarre or transported, weird. That's why I hang in there, because if I can take that, the purity of that, and put it on stage somehow, I know I'm gonna be killer dealer. Hi, I'm Dagan Julte from Rosendale, New York. I'm 66 years old, I'm a Leo, and my stage name is Lovejoy, and I'm an eccentric performer.
The first time you discover Lovejoy is always a beautiful moment, especially if you've never seen him before and you aren't used to seeing avant-garde comedy.
He is such a colorful person inside and out.
No one's scared to be a weirdo in front of Lovejoy because, like, it doesn't get weirder than Lovejoy.
Yeah! So I'm Lovejoy, thank you very much. And I just kind of improvise, that's what I do. I'm making it up. That's right. My life, being born in 1953, was a constant uplift. Just society, and then the hippie movement, Man on the Moon, and just all these things just kept, the Beatles, everything just was positive, positive, positive. But then Ronald Reagan got in office, and then there's just like this dark forces started to come in, and I just can't believe how empty and weird it is. What can I say? I was born in New York City, and then I moved to Ohio, and then I went to a year and a half in Mexico. That was eye-opening, and then state of Washington, and then I helped start a commune, and then I started a yoga business, and then I had a baby when I was 19, and on it goes, and that was just 19. I reach peak potency as an artist in my studio, often, because I'm a dedicated artist. I go to my studio every day, and I practice, and I work on stuff. This is a high quality piano. So I play every day. Just weird lists of words, bizarre quotes. A hard misnomer rarely has nodules to portend. That's just absurd. That's why it's there. Part of the reason I carry on this spirit of hippie idealism is because of my parents. My mom was an academic. She was a liberated woman before that was a concept. She got a PhD back in the 1940s. She went to the Soviet Union when it was forbidden. My dad, I'm proud to say, was the originator of the men's movement. He's an unsung hero, but he wrote the first male self-help book. He started the first men's group, and he had a show on WBAI, which was the big radical station back then. It started with, in childhood, having really good music teachers, because my mom knew about that, and very inspiring music teachers. And then I started teaching music at age 17 and realized I had a knack for it. That was my go-to for making money to support my music. The first band was called the Blackouts, and it was a bunch of it was students at Antioch College, and we were doing funk and James Brown songs. I played bass. And have you heard of the band They Might Be Giants? That was the guy in our band. John Flansburgh, he was our lead singer, and he was different than They Might Be Giants. He was funky. We were so good. I couldn't believe it. And I said, guys, we are so good. We got to go to New York City. And they said, our parents are paying for this expensive college. We can't get out of this. And I said, but you're just going to go the conservative route. Come on. So after the blackouts, then I met my future partner, and we started writing songs, and we started the band Dago Ray, and we were so great that we said, let's go to New York, and we jumped into the scene. It was just a whole ethic that the East Village was this kind of dilapidated area with super cheap rents. It was very exciting. It was a whole scene, and it was a little different than the hippies because it was urban. So now zoom forward to 1990s, and I'm in New York City, and I move up to Woodstock, and I see there's a job at the Woodstock Day School, and I apply, and I get it, and I'm the music teacher. I'm teaching in this school, and my friend says, why don't you be an entertainer that educates instead of an educator that entertains? And I went, I said, well, can you tell me more? She says, yeah, come on a gig with me. So I went on a gig with her. When I was teaching, the most you can expect to be, if you're a good teacher, is high respect from your students. But when you're a clown or a performer, you can expect adoration. I was Happy Dan the Music Man, and I did baby programs and toddler programs and summer camps. So if there's anything I choose to own, it would be my innocence. I'm not going to work with unfair people anymore.
He connects deeply with so many different people. My little friend Samara loves Lovejoy. In a world where there are so many things going on and so many crises and problems, to be with somebody who is so authentic and so willing to go deeper into his authentic self, I was like, wow, he's inside my head sometimes.
The economy started changing, and I wasn't getting so many gigs or grants or jobs. And my mom died. All of these things happened at once. She had given me so much, and her death was the last gift she gave me. And so it just shook me to my core to say, I've got to do something new. And then it was very obvious what I needed to do. I've always wanted to be a performer. I've always wanted to be. It seems like this is something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid in the class clown.
Next up to the stage, a new face to open mic here at the Crafted Cup. Give it up for Lovejoy, everybody. Give it up for Lovejoy.
This is Lucas. Yeah. And together with Lovejoy. Yeah. Him and I have a big message for you tonight. Testing.
I like to say that shamanic clowning is when you know what you're doing as a clown. When you know that your goofing is healing for people who've forgotten how to goof, that's what the shamanic part is.
You got the beats. Yeah, I got the beats. You got the noise. I got the noise. Well, let's do it, man. You only got a couple minutes up here. All right, here we go. That's right. Yeah. Uh-huh. The future's not what you think. Uh-uh. It's what you feel. That's right. Tell them again. Future's not what you think. It's what you feel. Uh-huh. You know, just the other day, I was wondering about tomorrow. I said, what can I do? I've got so much.
Lovejoy was very much an intellectual clown who is there to make you think about things that you weren't normally thinking of on this night, on a Monday night in a rainy coffee shop. Lovejoy would give you something to remember forever.
Now I have a message, which is peace and love, and everyone should be themselves. This is how I'm myself. I've reached a new level of confidence. I don't have to prove I can be weird, and I don't have to be weird. I have to be myself, and the most important thing to me is just like having fun and connecting with people. So it's been a progression for sure. I'm Lovejoy, the eccentric performer. That's who I am, and I can do whatever I want to do. Yes, turning point. Crossroads is a turning point.
Hubba, hubba, hubba. Welcome everyone to the Magical Lovejoy Show. So glad you're here. You won't believe what's going to go on tonight. All kinds of interesting, weird, outer space, underground, invisible, upside down, in your head and out your ass. Whatever you want, it's going to happen tonight.
It was similar to excellent performances back in the day when I had my band.
No, so melt it down with a too hot sun. That's okay. Well, we're having
Something happens
fun.
on stage where when those things happen, where you witness yourself, and all of a sudden, like I was up there watching Lovejoy, and they were watching Lovejoy. We were all watching Lovejoy, and Lovejoy was on fire.
Hey, yes, you know what? We got it made in the shade.
So that's what gives me the chutzpah to get up there and do what I do, and even make mistakes. I'm a revolutionary, and I'm looking for my tribe, which means people who are ready to change the world. Lovejoy to the rescue. What else can I do? I'm not going to join the fray. I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid.
Now, once in a while, we'll be turning ourselves around thinking about things like jungle beats and roller coasters. Anything that comes to your mind, you gotta put it in perspective in a world that's gone quite crazy. That's okay.